The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, check that. Street. Now that. 19 Tiger. Ready.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. It's excellent execution to get things started.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
Again, it's Robinson. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Yeah, look at this defense for the Vikings. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Last week as he sends this one away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. Looking to put a drive together. On play action, May. Got his man, that's Luke Musgrave. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. We're going to throw. May. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
To throw, it's May. Finding Williams once more, complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the Packers' 37-yard line.
Here's May. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
They'll run with the former LSU Tiger. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Hey, what's up?
They'll throw with May. And this is going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and throw for it with May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone. A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. From the gun, it's May. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Davis now. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Ready, set.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Packers in trouble to start play, 6-8 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he's fubbed this first quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot. 60 Eagles.
Looking to throw. Davis. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Rome Odunze hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Vikings 3.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. From the shotgun, it's May. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
In motion right, that's Williams. Throwing here is May. Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
To the air, May. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series. Again, he'll drop to throw. McKinnon here, it's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, May with it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. An agile move and a nice gain, then dropped at the 25-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They're going on 4th down. May. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to move back in front. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, 1st down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it 6 points on the board.
Packers 7.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about now return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll run with Robinson. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Luke Musgrave, 62 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready?
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Here we go.
A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll come out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 72 yards. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Packers 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the gun on third down, it's May. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And that's off the left upright, but it caroms right in. How about that? The kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner. Except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Back to throw. Davis. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Delgado. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
19,
looking to throw. Davis. Open man is Higgins. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Here now, 2nd and 4. Back to throw again. Touchdown, Packers. Rome Odunze with career touchdown number 70. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Vikings 27, Packers 21.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he's up past the 20 to the... looking to put a drive together. They go play action now. May. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
On the give, this is their fullback. And a short gain there, so get it up only to about the 24. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Oh, what a juke into space. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Off the play fake. Here's May. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now 2nd and 3. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Up the middle, it's Edwards. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. May. That is caught. Down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Minnesota.
A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter. And, oh, it's blocked. And the Packers have it. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year, the blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, he's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
So after the blocked PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 4.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, 60 Eagles, 6, go.
Back to throw. Davis. Man open is Robinson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8.
18 Cardinal.
Option play, here's Robinson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Panther 60. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Operating from the gun. Davis. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Bison. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Davis. And a man over the middle, and it's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
At the 7-yard line.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Bijan Robinson, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Vikings 33, Packers 30.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Landing zone. This will come out to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's May. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now he's loose again. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a carry here for their fullback. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And as this drive began, the offense had to be thinking touchdown, knowing the situation. Even after that loss, touchdown still on their minds. This is a one-possession game. A field goal doesn't do them a whole lot of good.
Well, running here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's May. Touchdown, Vikings! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings will add to their 4th quarter lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
30.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with his mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And what a tough spot for this defense, because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Edwards. Ooh, the juke. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They'll throw with May.
Gonna throw right side here, complete. And all the way down to the 9. A big play there for Minnesota. 48 yards.
And with that last reception, we have just witnessed an NFL record. He's gone over 1,964 yards receiving now on the year as he moves past 2012 Calvin Johnson for the most in one season in NFL history. And you think about it, for a league that's been around for over 100 years, that is no small feat. So congratulations to him.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. It's the fullback with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. 55 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Go! Cowboy!
He'll drop to throw it. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Davis from the gun on third down.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Here's 3rd and 10.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
4 yards on the pickup. Second.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Minnesota, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem them.